just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
That's what I do. Check. Check. Wide, get wide. Watch out.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Mike 20, I'm going to run you over. Pass. Hey, Alpha. 20. So don't say nothing. There we go, Mike 20. No chance. Mike 20. 5 wide.
On second and 15 now. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for Buffalo. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. Mike 20. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 20. Not here. Watch that. Go.
On second and 15 now. Allen, space to run past the 20. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets out.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Patriots nothing. Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So Brady and the Pats take over first and 10 at their own 18.
Switch. 50.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Recon, 152 fighter.
At the 27-yard line.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Go Bandit. 25, check 25, check 25.
On second down, Michelle. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw on second and 10, Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up first and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Allen going to come to the line here, first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ballgame. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Bring it. Bring it.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen completes it to Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel His 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bills 14, Patriots 7.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike 20, Mike 20.
To the air, Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Allen now 8 of 8 throwing the football in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. On 2nd down, Michel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Wait, 20. Watch the screen. Hey, Alabama.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble.
Get ready. Wait, Alabama. 380. Watch the out. 380.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Hey,
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Allen, and he fires one incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Throwing is Allen on third. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Brady gives to Michelle. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because the officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, Michelle. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and there's creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Shifts by him. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
29, Alpha. Hey, Alabama. Let's go.
On third down, Michelle. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 21-14. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Switch. Alert 3.
On first down, Dobbins fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Shift.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, Alabama.
On the ground, Michelle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
450.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Patriots.
Wait, 20. Let's go. Yeah. You don't want nothing. Regular.
Brady now on 1st down. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down now, Michelle. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Wait, that line, 80.
Let him know.
Motion.
49.
72.
49.
Big. Hey, team 6.
49 the mic. Watch 49. Watch the right.
On me.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. 2 1st downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Michelle. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, goal 66.
Now Brady. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
The name of the game is always on defense. put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
New England on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check it, reload! Hey, 66.
To throw, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Allen now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Bang, 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 bang. Check. Alert, alert, alert. Lucky. Here we go.
Now Allen from the downhill throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Now it's the backup Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 78 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
You draw Corker. Alert!
From the 29, Allen. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Michelle. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, 66. Hey, let's go. 72.
Brady now on first down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Now a play fake. Brady. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Add one touch.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Gostkowski for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen steps awaited, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jason McCourty, a safety blitz and a sack. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And it's Michelle once again. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 6-yard line. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run?
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Michelle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check. Check. Half. Go.
Operating from the gun. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going over.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Regular. 22's coming, Mike. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
22's coming. 22's coming, Mike. Let's go. Check 31.
Allen operating from the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Lopsided game in the 4th quarter that we're witnessing, but number 12, Tom Brady, he's still out there.
Not a surprise, Barkley. From what we've seen over the years, that's the Patriot way. He plays all the way through, no matter what the score, what the situation. Hard to argue with their results thus far.
I'd like to be behind and just holding the clipboard, right? That's not a bad
the way
life.
to make a living in the NFL.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He's got a first down or more inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 7, Allen out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Gostkowski the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because you don't want that feeling. You don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Right back to Dre. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New England, their strong September.